That was nice, wasn't it?
Good evening, everyone.
That was my new introduction. Y'all want to hear that again?
No.
Shout out to Wesley Barnes and Robin Davis, Aisha Davis, and Melody Davis.
Thank you. Gosh.
So for those of you who don't know, first of all, welcome back. This is the Abundant Way Ministries Tuesday evening empowerment series. And for those of you who don't know, Melody has started for the month of August a series just for women, walking with the word. Mm-hmm. So every day, you know, she's got a bunch of women who signed up. It's like a challenge. They're walking every day and they're reading the book of Ruth.
Right.
And that song that you just heard was an intro song that we just came up with on the fly while we were visiting my sister and brother-in-law. I'm prophesying in Cincinnati, Ohio. And they pulled out the equipment and just made this song. And we've been rolling with it ever since. So I'm trying to steal that song, by the way.
Right. That's what he's trying to do.
For our intro. Y'all know my favorite song was Feeding the Ducks, but this really just outdoes Feeding the Ducks. Y'all should hear the words.
Yeah. I'm trying not to get the lyrics out.
Y'all should hear the lyrics.
Before the end of the month. Can you get on with the lesson, please? The empowerment session. That's what we're here for.
I love it. Okay. Who's walking with the word today?
This is not what we're doing right now. Get it right. Bring it back. This is our third week in August. Can y'all believe it's the third week in August?
Mm-hmm.
Golly. I thought it was the second week.
It's the third week in August already.
Huh? Third week in August already. And then, and our August empowerment series is we're talking about stewardship of your time, right? Living intentionally without living exhausted. Mm-hmm. And if you're tired all the time, you can't live. Because you're always going to be in the bed asleep. Mm-hmm. Or just laying around doing nothing. Right? So what we talked about the first week was stewarding your time. And last week we talked about learning to rest. And so this week we're going to talk about something that I think all of us struggle with, and that's protecting our energy without feeling selfish, guilty, or unspiritual.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I think to really break it all down, it's about saying the word no.
Oh, this is a good one. So just so y'all know, I just got the script like 2 minutes before showtime. Mm. But now when you say saying the word no, that's something that is very near and dear to my heart when it comes to being protective of your time. You guys have heard this saying, and I second the notion, the motion that your time is your most valuable asset, right? We, in the financial and economic world, we talk about assets and liabilities, and we're generally talking about monetary assets or material assets and liability. We're talking about money, but when it comes to time, that's your number one asset, because that's the one thing that you can never get back. You can lose money and you can regain it. You
Mm-hmm.
can make it again, right? You can make up for lost money, but you cannot make up for lost time.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to be protective of our time, right? And that means that sometimes we have to say no to people that we love.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that we're being mean or um, or uncooperative
Right.
or selfish.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It means that I need to use this time for something important.
Right.
And if I let you take it, then it's gone.
Yeah. So we can't feel selfish, right? It's it's us being wise stewards of our time and our energy, right? So if we go into it, right? I like the subtitle of this. It says, "Not everything deserves access to you."
That's good.
Not everything deserves access to you. And you really need to think about who or what you're allowing access to you that's making you, that's draining you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Who's taking your energy and your time that really doesn't need to?
Or what? Because it's not always a person.
No, that's what I said. Who or what?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It could be it could be, you ever heard the term idle mind is the devil's playground?
Mm-hmm.
Just sitting around.
Yep.
Really, that's taking your time, wasting your time.
Wasting your time.
Right? We talked about this in sessions past. Social media, scrolling. I mean, I probably will have arthritis in my thumb by the time it's all over from scrolling. You see that? Because I'm a thumb scroller.
First off, your phone's up.
That's can't do it.
That's why you can't scroll.
Scrolling.
Is that the word for today?
Scrolling. I'm a thumb scroller. I admit it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a thumb scroller. And so if I'm not careful, I'll find myself scrolling and scrolling and scrolling
and looking.
And before you know it, half an hour has gone by. An hour has gone by. 2 hours have gone by, and you're scrolling and clicking and listening and not doing the things that you're supposed to do.
Right. So we have to discern how people or things come to us. We have to discern whether it's an assignment or an expectation. Did God assign you to do that? Or is somebody just expecting you to do it? So let's look at it. And it's going through, it's taking the biblical aspect from Nehemiah 6:2-4. And you know the story. Nehemiah was rebuilding the wall. And his homeboys, what's their name?
Sanballat and Geshem.
Yeah, his homeboy was trying to get him to come hang with us. Come, meet us come go to the pool hall with us. Come go to the club with us. Come. They was trying to distract him from what he was doing. And Nehemiah's response was, I'm carrying on a great project and I cannot go down.
Can't come down off the wall.
He said, no, I got something to do. I have an assignment that I need to finish,
Mm-hmm.
right? So looking at Nehemiah's like, no, I'm not. I'll catch y'all later. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to do that because you're going to come across people all the time that want your time, they want your attention, your help, your presence, your response.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when, speaking of attention, I remember when Jay, the youngest daughter, she just had a birthday, y'all. But the youngest daughter, she had to be about 3 or 4. And I think she was trying to get, was it my attention? Somebody's attention. And we weren't paying attention to her. And she literally stood in our faces like, hello.
Mm-hmm.
You have those people.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to keep calling. They're going to keep texting. They're going to keep calling. They're going to keep texting until you pick up or respond to them. Because they are in demand of your attention. For what? So we have to be conscious,
right,
of these people that's pulling on your time, that's pulling for you to do something while you're on assignment.
So, and here's the thing, and I like what it says here, something can be legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like she or anyone may have had a legitimate need. But their need doesn't necessarily mean your assignment.
Right.
You see?
Right. They're not assigned to you right now. This is not something God told you to do.
You know what I've always said, someone else's urgency is not necessarily your emergency, right? And you've got to be able to make sure you're being a good steward of your time. Yeah. That's the thing that God gave you. Right. So some of us by nature, we want to be helpers. We want to help everybody in any way we can. We just love to help people. That's what I heard a lot when I was in seminary. When people would be asked, well, why are you taking this path? Why are you in seminary? Why did you come to theology school? How I just love to help people. I just want to help people. That's so dangerous. That's one of the most dangerous statements that you could make. Yeah. Especially if you don't know how to steward your time. Because before you know it, you'll be getting pulled in 100 different directions and never fulfill your assignment. That's it. Right? And so you'll be helping everybody. And everybody will get used to pulling on you and calling on you. And number one, you won't get any rest, which means that your health will eventually take the brunt of it, right? Take the hit. Your health will take the hit because you don't get any rest, because you're always running around trying to help everybody else, right? And number two, not only will it wear you down, but number two, it will also distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. Yep. Right? And the number one thing we're supposed to be doing is be in prayer so that we can hear God's direction and guidance for our life. Many of us are walking around like zombies, I would say, just scrolling around the earth. Right. Because we have no God-given direction or purpose. We haven't sat still long enough for us to hear God's purpose for our life. Right. And so then we are pulled in every direction. Whichever way the wind blows is where we go. Right? You gotta be a good steward of your time, so you know when to say no. Or yes. Or yes.
Yeah. But it's it's like we have to pause and we have to think, what is this, an assignment? Is this an opportunity?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it simply just an expectation?
Someone else's expectation.
Someone else.
Or
Mm-hmm.
demand.
Mm-hmm.
I like what it says here.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus encountered needs everywhere he went.
Yep.
But he wasn't controlled by everyone's demand.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere he went, people was demanding his presence,
Mm-hmm.
demanding his time,
demanding something from him,
Uh-huh.
or something for him to do something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But he remained focused on what God had sent him to accomplish.
Yeah.
And that's so important. You cannot allow people or things to pull you, to demand your time such that it pulls you in every direction,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it takes your focus off of what God assigned you to do.
Yep. Yep. You have to take a pause.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asks you something. Just like, my neighbor sent me a text the other day and asked me some things to help her out with, and I didn't respond right away.
Mm-hmm.
I took that pause, and I still haven't responded.
Mm-hmm.
But the response, I take that back. I did respond, but the response that I sent, I said, "Let me check my schedule."
Mm-hmm.
Those are the same exact words. I said, "Let me check my schedule, and I'll get back with you."
Mm-hmm.
And in our notes, it says the same thing. The best response is to let me check my schedule
Mm-hmm.
and get back with you, because during that time, you create the pause to pray about it, get the wisdom that you need about it,
Mm-hmm.
discernment that you need about it,
Mm-hmm.
before your emotion
Right.
say yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Emotions.
That's how we really get caught up.
Right.
Because it could be someone that's saying, "Ooh, I'm going through this and I need help with this, or can you loan me this, or can you do this for me?" And you love that person, or you feel bad for them because they're going through this situation, and your emotions get attached to it, and you immediately say,
Yeah, because you got emotionally drawn into their story.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that discernment is needed.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, why do we say yes when we really need to say no?
Yep.
Sometimes it's because we don't want to disappoint people.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because we just want to be liked.
Oh, my goodness.
Sometimes we feel responsible for fixing everything. We're Superman or Superwoman, and we kind of like it when people come to us with their problems.
Make us feel needed.
Make us feel needed, right? Sometimes we feel being misunderstood. If I say no, then they're going to take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Sometimes we believe being a good Christian means always being available, always saying yes. That's what you see in the church. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. Church is a wonderful place, and it's good to get involved and participate. But you gotta know how to set your boundaries.
Yeah.
Especially when you're called to ministry, right? Because you can tell that seasoned pastors have figured it out. A lot of young pastors haven't figured it out. And so they're running around trying to do everything for everybody. Seasoned pastors know how to put up a barrier, how to put up those boundaries. And so you feel like, he's untouchable, he's unreachable. No, that's not the case. He's protecting his time.
Yeah. It's really, you're protecting yourself when you protect your time. You're protecting yourself when you protect your energy. Just think about it. Okay, we see this all the time, and I know we're not the only ones see it. You guys see it too. But we see the homeless person, or I'm not going to say homeless because we don't know what their story is. Could be homeless, could be not homeless. It's just made a racket for them or whatever. But we see the person on the side of the road, on the side of the highway, with a sign, with a cup,
Mm-hmm.
Asking for money, asking, give me money for food.
Mm-hmm.
I even saw a sign that said, "I'll work for food."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so that tugs on your heartstring.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh my goodness, especially if it's cold outside, extremely hot like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
It pulls on your heartstring, and then you have the ones that's out there with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's really the tough one to see, but you have to remember it's not that you can't help them, or it's not that it's a bad thing not to help them. You just have to understand that every need you see is not necessarily an assignment that God is giving you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not. Sometimes it's like God's like, no, I'm. This is not for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is for somebody else.
Right.
So we really have to pay attention to that and really pause, get the wisdom, pray about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just pray about it. Like, okay, Lord, do I need to touch this?
Right. And you know what it says? Saying yes to everyone's expectations will eventually lead you to say no to God's priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So think about it like that. Saying yes to everyone's expectations of you will eventually lead you to say no to what God is calling you to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now, which one is worse? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Saying yes to people or saying no to God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's a good segue into our second point, where it says guarding your energy is biblical stewardship.
Mm-hmm.
It's biblical, and it's found in Proverbs 4:23, where it tells us to guard our hearts because everything we do flows from them.
Mm-hmm.
We have to guard our heart. Just like we protect our money,
Mm-hmm.
we protect our homes, we protect our cars,
Mm-hmm.
our possessions. We got insurance.
Right. Insurance.
We got insurance on everything. Home insurance, car insurance,
Mm-hmm.
medical insurance. We got insurance for everything. But we don't guard or ensure how they put it, our internal resources,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
our hearts,
right,
our minds, our spirit,
mm-hmm.
right? Some people, like I think you said it before, some people think they're like Superman, Superwoman, have these superpowers and they can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't realize that your energy have limits.
Right. Yeah.
Your body will shut down.
Yes, it will.
It will shut down on you, and you'll be like, "Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I was just feeling fine." And then with no warning, it was shut down just like that.
Yeah. All of our energy has limits.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Mm-hmm.
physical body has limits.
Yep.
Your mental energy has limits.
Mm-hmm.
Your emotional energy has limits. Your physical, your spiritual, all of it has limits.
Yeah.
Right? And we've got to be conscious and aware
mm-hmm.
that we are what we call finite human beings. Mm-hmm. We have limitations. Mm-hmm. And so you cannot say yes to everyone because it's going to drain the limits of your energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't have energy, again, you've heard us say this so many times before, you won't be good to yourself or anyone else.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I like how I want to read these because I like how it breaks each section of your energy down. So your mental energy, so you can understand what you're depleting.
Mm-hmm.
So your mental energy is your capacity to think and make decisions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your emotional energy is your ability to process relationships, conflict, and stress.
Mm-hmm.
Your physical energy is your body's capacity
mm-hmm.
to work and function. And your spiritual energy is the attention and space you give to prayer, scripture, worship, and communion with God.
Mm-hmm.
And it says when one of these is depleted, it affects the other.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a domino effect.
Right. Right. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm mentally drained, but I still have my physical energy, or I'm emotionally drained, but I still have my spiritual energy. Nope. No, they all dependent upon each other.
Yep.
So when one, it's just like a battery, just like a car battery.
Mm-hmm.
The car battery has multiple cells in that battery, and they all need to be operating at the highest capacity for the whole battery to work. When one of those cells goes out, then your battery is messed up.
Yep.
It's no longer functioning like it's supposed to. Right. And so the same is true with those 4 categories of energy: mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. When one of those cells goes out, then the whole body is not functioning like it's supposed. The whole person, whole person, your whole person is not functioning as you're supposed to be functioning. You're not functioning at your optimal capacity, right? And so you've got to protect that energy.
And guess what you're gonna need? A jump.
You're gonna need a jump.
You're gonna need a jump. You're gonna need to say, God, I am depleted. I need a jump.
I need a jump.
Somebody's gonna have to jump you. Right? Or you're gonna call the tow company,
right?
And you're gonna be sitting in somebody's hospital. I'm telling you, you got to. Y'all, this man is over here playing with all these functions. Yeah, you will need a jump, right? So I prefer to have my battery full capacity at all times, right? Because we're not exhausted mainly because we're doing too much. We're exhausted because we're giving too much energy to things we cannot control.
Right. Yeah. Things you can't control.
You can't. I'm sorry. Okay, you have financial problems and your lights and things are out. I can't control that.
It's not my problem.
It's really not my problem. I want to help you, but maybe it's not for me to help you. Maybe you need to call somebody else. Right?
Yeah.
Or your car broke down. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's out of my control.
Right.
So we have to be mindful of that. You really have to sit down and you gotta, listen, think about conversations you had and you worrying about other people's, opinions, and you carrying other people's problems. You can't do that.
Replaying conversation. These are the things that we give too much energy to. That we cannot control. So it talks about replaying conversation. Have you ever done that? You going over and over. Can't believe he said. I can't believe she said. And now that whatever was said 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Last week, last month. Some people are rehashing a conversation that was had a whole year ago, playing it over and over in their mind.
And that person is probably long gone away from that conversation. Don't even remember.
Do you not realize how much energy that drains? And I know people who do that. Just keep playing the same conversation over and over. And like you said, worrying about other people's opinion.
Yeah.
That's draining.
Yep.
Carrying other people's problems. That is so draining.
So draining.
Mentally rehearsing situations that haven't even happened. Oh my goodness. You role playing stuff that don't even exist.
It's the what if game.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
That it's draining even thinking about it.
I'm just trying to sit here and how do you do that?
Yeah. No, that's true.
How do you even do that? How do you sit? I mean, you think about stuff. I get it, but it's like Why would you even put that in your mind? What? Wow. I'm done. Why? Why? Why would you do that? Because now you're creating this negative or this bad situation or this bad thing. Now you're putting it in your mind. And when you put it in your mind, you're going to speak it and you're going to put it out in the atmosphere. And guess what?
Yeah, that's so draining.
You just shut something down that it wasn't even there.
Right.
You just created something and shut it down.
Yeah.
That's too much work for me.
Right. So here's the practical application. What you have to do, because all of that is just too time consuming and it consumes too much energy. So you got to ask yourself, does this require my attention or is it simply receiving my attention?
No.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Some things deserve your action. Some things deserve prayer. Some things deserves a boundary. Yeah. And some things just need to be released. Yeah. Right? So you got to be able to reel this thing in, rein it in. Now, if that's you, I mean, I'm going to go back over those things so that you can hear and determine, be honest with yourself. Are any of these things you? Are you that person that replays conversation? Are you that person that worries about other people's opinions and what people think about you? Are you the one that carries other people's problems? Are you the one that keep rehearsing situations that hadn't even happened? If that's you, you got to ask yourself, does this require my attention or is it simply receiving my attention? Right? You're gonna have to either act, whatever it is, you're gonna have to act on it, pray about it, set some boundaries, or just release it, let it go. Yeah. Right. And I like that last one. It needs to be released. Sometimes we have a problem with letting things go. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You will preserve so much more energy when you learn how to let things go. Right? Let past hurts go. Let past offenses go. I've seen people hold offenses for 2, 3, 4 years, and it's so draining. And what they don't realize is that you can see the drain. You can tell when someone's mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally drained. It shows up in your face. Yep. It shows up in your body. Yep. Yeah.
Been there, done that. Been there, done that. And I'm telling you, when I got to the point, like, I'm not worrying about other people's opinion about me. When I let that go, it was like a weight lifted off of me, because I'm like, why am I caring? Why am I so concerned about what other people think about me? Right. Nobody's opinions matter but God. Right. And if I'm pleasing Him, then I'm good. But it's and then you get this peace on you, man. When you have peace, right? Nothing and nobody can take that.
That's right. That's right.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
So here it is. You cannot control everything that demands your attention, but you can decide what receives your energy, right? So here's my practical application and advice to you. You become the owner and the controller of what receives your energy, right? That's your job. That's your responsibility, right? So think about those things that are pulling and tugging on you. You need to look at those things, analyze those things, and ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? Does this require my energy? Or is it something that I can release, let go, block, leave it alone, right? Because this is the thing that's going to help you in the coming sessions that we're going to be talking about.
Yep, sure is. And good, it's another good segue. into our third point, because it says boundaries don't prevent love, they help you love well.
Oh, that's good. Say that again.
Boundaries don't prevent love, they help you love well. You are killing me with these things. And so, okay, so it says the biblical foundation, it comes from Luke 5:15 and 16. And this is when the news got out that Jesus was healing people.
Mm-hmm.
And people came from all over the place. And they came to hear him. He was preaching and teaching and healing, and everybody was coming in drones, trying to see this man. Come see a man.
Come see a man.
Come see a man. And they was going there. And the scripture said, but Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed.
Mm.
Often.
Mm-hmm.
Not sometimes.
Right.
Often. Right? And they're not saying withdrawal wasn't an emergency response after Jesus reached complete exhaustion. It was part of his rhythm.
Mm.
We talked about rhythm last week.
We did.
It was part of his rhythm. He had to go away. He had to withdraw. He had to retreat and find his secret place, because he was pouring out so much. He had to be replenished.
Mm-hmm.
He had to be refilled. It's just like driving a car.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You drive a car and you drive a car and drive a car, and eventually it's going to get on E.
Mm-hmm. And
what you got to do? Fill it back up.
Right.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Are you in Texas?
Yeah. Howdy. You missed the intro, Robin. We played the song.
He was not supposed to. Right. So it became a part of his rhythm to go retreat, go away from people, commune with his Father, and get replenished.
Right.
Right. And so it says that he loved the people deeply without giving people unrestricted access.
Ooh, and I know this is not even on the script, but the question that came to my mind is, how many people have unrestricted access to you?
Unrestricted. I mean, these are people that call you all day, every day, at any time.
So in the real estate business, so real estate, so I'm talking business now. Real estate is a relational or relationship-based business for the most part, especially when you're dealing with residential real estate. Maybe not so much with commercial, but definitely with residential. And sometimes you develop you will develop a stronger relationship with some of your clients than others, based on personality and chemistry. You have to be very careful about just picking up the phone every time that person calls.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because then you set a precedence that tells this person I can call him or her at any time. And that's not the precedence that you want to set. Number one, because it violates your boundaries.
Yeah.
And number two, it sets unrealistic expectations for that person, right? Because then if you constantly answer that phone, no matter what time it is, and you'll begin to realize that it doesn't always have anything to do with what you guys are working on, and that's not a problem. Sometimes you don't always want to have to talk about business. That's okay, but you still have to protect your energy and your time.
Yeah.
Right. There's a time for that. There's a time to rest. I like Ecclesiastes. There's a time for everything.
Time for everything.
And so you've got to be able to set those boundaries so that people understand that they don't have unlimited access to you, right? And that's not just in real estate, that's in any business and almost any walk of life.
Right.
You may have to do that with your own children.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You may have to do that with family members. You may have to do that with a spouse. Believe it or not. Right? You've got to be able to set boundaries to let people know there's certain periods or times in my life where you can't have access to me.
Right.
So when Jesus would go away off to himself, while he was close to his 12 disciples and even closer to 3 of them, they couldn't go with him.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So 3 of them could go so far with him. They could go farther with him than the other 9, right? But then there were some times where he drew away even further so that even the 3, Peter, James, and John, couldn't go with him. So it wasn't that he was being standoffish or anything like that, but there was a time, and he did it so often that the Bible says, or the statement is that it was part of his rhythm, right? When you set that rhythm, then people will understand,
right? And they'll respect it.
They'll respect your rhythm. I like that. So now when they violate that, you can say, "Hey, respect my rhythm."
Exactly.
Respect my rhythm. That's going to be the new word for the day. Respect with a K.
Put some respect on
Put some respect my rhythm.
This foolishness. Yeah.
Respect my rhythm. That's gonna be my
okay.
That's gonna be my new thing.
Right.
Respect my rhythm.
But I do like the way you said even spouses in a marriage, you have to respect that. So if you're here in the office and I'm like, okay, what is he doing? And I said, what you doing? And you tell me what you're doing, I turn around and walk right back out. I leave you alone. Or be like, I'm going for a walk.
Oh, okay. No, just the other day, I came to the office, the door was closed, and I heard you recording your thing for the women walking with the word. I turned around and went back in the room. Respect your rhythm because you need that time.
I need that time.
Right?
Yep. It was easy because I started it when you were traveling for work. You were out of town for work. When you come back home, it's like, listen, I need 9:30. From 9:30 to 10:30, I need an hour so I can do my recording because when you record, it picks up everything. And you're like, oh, okay. I said, I can't record while you're in the office.
Respect my rhythm.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. So it says the biblical boundary because this is biblical because we see the example that Jesus created. It's not saying that I don't care about you.
Right.
It's just saying that I cannot give everyone everything and remain faithful to what God has entrusted to me. So it's like, I love you, but right now I'm working on something. Right. Or right now I got to do this. Right. I'll come back to you. Right. But you can't interrupt me at this point at what I'm doing right now. Because this is my time. Right. My me time.
So we're talking about setting boundaries. So Robin, I know you joined late, so we're talking about protecting your energy, right? So we're on being stewards of your time, right? We're talking about protecting your energy today, and the part that we're talking about right now is establishing and setting boundaries, right? So when you set boundaries, sometimes you feel a little guilty, right? You feel a little guilty because some people may not either understand your boundaries or they don't like your boundaries. Right. And that's okay. But that's their problem, right? But someone's disappointment doesn't automatically mean you've done something wrong. Right. You're protecting your energy when you establish those boundaries, right?
Yep. Yeah. So you have to be mindful of that and don't get pulled into the guilt trip. But even your children, even your children, even your dog Because Bella is bad about interrupting.
Right. She don't understand
When
boundaries.
it's her, she don't have any boundaries. She don't have no boundaries of space. When she's ready, it's about her. And she will bark her head off until you get up and move. But like she likes to stay in here with me when I do my recording. I tried to put her out last night, and she's whining at the door. So I let her in, but I immediately told her, and I talked to my dog. I immediately told her, like, you have to sit down and relax till I'm finished. And that's what she did. Until I was finished. So you have to, and I didn't feel bad.
Right. You practicing on your dog.
Yeah.
Now you got to do that to people.
Right. You got to do that to people.
You got to do that to people who will talk back, who will push back and resist your boundaries. They will push your boundaries, and you got to be able to stand firm and maintain your boundaries, because again, if you allow people to breach your boundaries and it causes them to drain any one of those four cells,
right?
Mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. It messes up the whole person, right? Now the whole person can't function in its optimal capacity.
Right.
So your boundaries are very important, right?
It messes up your flow.
It messes up
your
flow.
Feng shui, right? All that.
So I use the car battery as an analogy. That's why you don't see car batteries attached to the outside of the car. You see what I'm saying? The battery is tucked down,
and it's protected
under a cup. In a little cubby hole under the hood. And it has a brace over it.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now they got it to where the positive and negative prongs that attach to the bottom, even those are covered.
They have caps.
Yeah. Right? Because you got to protect that entire battery. That's your energy source.
Yep.
Right? You don't want to get in your car and turn the key or push the button and it sputters, or only the lights come on,
right?
Or only the radio comes on, right? So all of those four things, emotional, spiritual, physical, mental, is what makes up the whole person. When you push my button or turn my key, you want the whole Robert Davis to show up, right? So that's why those boundaries are so important.
Yeah.
I wish I would see a car driving down the street with a battery on the outside of the car. But you know what that reminds me of? The guy who built the house and put the pipes on the outside. Those boundaries was way off. They were reversed.
Reversed, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
He thought he was doing something unique and slick. But what happened was, even in Atlanta, it got cold in the winter. And the pipes that he put on the outside froze and burst.
Yep.
Right? Dumbest design ever. Right? The boundaries.
Yeah.
That should be on the inside.
Where it's protected.
Protected.
Yep. That's a good one. Now that deserves a hand clap, and you didn't even play it. Oh my gosh. Why do we have to hear that at the end?
I like that.
Oh God. So think about areas where you need to set boundaries. It can be phone calls, text, working after hours. Where's my sister? She need to hear that. Working after hours. You know, social media. Family demand. Ministry responsibility.
Right.
Ooh, that's a heavy one right there. That's a tough one. Difficult relationship.
Right.
Constant availability.
I am not
Constantly available to other people. And some of the examples, like a boundary might simply be, I can't do it this week. I'm unavailable tonight. I can help with this part, but not this part.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can only do this. I can't do the whole thing.
Right.
Those are good responses to setting boundaries to things that people are asking you to do or expecting you to do. Right? And you don't have to have a long explanation.
Right.
You ain't got to say a book.
Right.
You just say, I can't, and be done.
I'm unavailable.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
And be done. And when you say it, mean it.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta mean it. Don't go back and say, oh, okay, never mind. No, don't do that. When you say it, you mean it.
Right.
And you say it with love.
Right.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Don't have to be mean about it. So we're talking about setting boundaries. So the question then is, where do you need healthier boundaries? Right. So think about your own life. Think about what's always pulling you in different directions. What are those things that are taking your time or taking your energy, where you need to establish healthy boundaries, right? And then when you feel guilty, whose disappointment are you afraid of? Right? So most times we only feel guilty because we fear disappointing somebody, right? Not that they're going to do something to hurt you or harm you, but for whatever reason, we don't want to disappoint this person. And if I say no, then I'm going to feel guilty. So I got to make up some excuse.
Right.
Hey, here's your assignment for the week. Say no with no excuse. Say no and give no reason.
I can't.
Don't make up a reason. Let me put it like that.
Yeah.
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 You can say I can't do it this week. I don't have time this week. I'm unavailable tonight. You can say those things, but how about saying no without making up something? Right?
Yeah. And remember this, that a boundary isn't rejection. It's just a decision about what God has given you the capacity to carry. We talked about capacity last month.
Yeah.
And we were talking about us being prepared to receive blessings, receive what we ask God for. And sometimes God holds off on it because we're not ready or we don't have the capacity to receive it. Right? If you don't have the capacity to carry, because sometimes what people ask of you, it becomes your problem. It becomes your burden.
Right.
Do you have room to carry other people's stuff?
Right. I don't have the capacity.
You don't have the capacity for it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm not trying to present myself as Superman. There was probably a time where I did that, but not at this stage in my life.
Nah.
I understand my boundary, my capacity, and I will help anybody that I can. But I also know what my limitations are.
Yeah.
I also every day I'm more and more tapping into God's priorities for my life, and His priorities and purpose are related, but not necessarily the same. So you got to understand what are priorities. Yeah, we always talk about purpose, but we don't say enough about God's priorities. And so when you understand not only His purpose, but His priorities in your life, His priorities for your life, you'll understand better why and how you need to set those boundaries to protect your energy so that you can fulfill those priorities.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the practical challenge. It's called the energy audit. So what you need to do over the next several days is you need to identify 3 categories: what gives me energy, what requires energy, what unnecessarily drains me.
Mm-hmm. That's good. What gives me energy?
Mm-hmm.
What are those things that actually give you energy?
Yeah, that replenish you.
Mm-hmm. Is it people, activities, spiritual practices like going to church, worship,
Mm-hmm.
prayer,
Mm-hmm.
meditation, and environments that replenish you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you go to a trail? Do you go to a body of water, a lake, a river?
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you go to the mountain?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got Stone Mountain. You can climb up to the top of the mountain. Yeah.
I ain't doing all that.
What, you know, you got to think about those things that give you energy, what replenish your energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think about, now, what requires my energy? Necessary responsibilities that require your attention,
Mm-hmm.
require intentional management,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then lastly, like you said, what unnecessarily drains me? So what gives me energy, what requires energy, and then lastly, what unnecessarily drains me?
Mm-hmm.
Distractions, unhealthy patterns, unresolved conflict, excessive commitments, or responsibilities that aren't yours. That's the big one.
Yep.
Making commitments, excessive commitments, that ain't got nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then prayerfully ask, what should I continue to do? What should I limit? What should I let go? What should I release?
Yep. Yep. Okay. So let's just sum everything that we just talked about. Let's just sum it all up in our last few minutes. Okay. Protecting your energy isn't about building a life where nobody needs you. It's about building a life where you have enough capacity to faithfully respond to the people and assignments God has actually entrusted to you. You don't have unlimited time. You don't have unlimited energy. And God never asked you to pretend that you do. Week 1 taught us to steward our time. Week 2 taught us to honor the rhythm of rest. And our week 3 teaches us to protect the capacity God has restored. So you don't have to give everything your attention simply because it's asked for. Discern what God has assigned to you and steward your energy accordingly. So your declaration for this week is, Father, give me wisdom to recognize what you have assigned to me and what you have not. Free me from guilt, people pleasing, and the need to be everything to everyone. Teach me to guard my heart, steward my energy, and establish boundaries with wisdom and love. Give me courage to say yes when you say yes, and no when you say no. I release responsibilities you never asked me to carry, and I will protect the capacity you have given me so I can faithfully serve where you have called me. Amen.
Amen and amen.
No, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna quit.
Really.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, with all that we just said, just learn how to create boundaries.
Yeah. If you don't do one thing this week, establish one boundary.
One.
That's your assignment for the rest of the week until we meet again next Tuesday. Establish one boundary and see how that goes. I would love to hear about it the next time.
Yeah, come back and tell us about the one boundary that you establish. And don't forget, ladies, don't forget walking with the word. We do this every day. So you get your steps in when you can. If you can't get outside, walk around the kitchen, walk around the living room, the dining room, wherever you can walk. One step.
Don't forget to read the book of Ruth.
And don't forget your word. And just go onto the group page. The podcast is out there for you to listen to. Invite women to join the group.
And think about it like this. It's August 18th, so you're halfway done.
Yep.
Already.
Already.
You're more than halfway done.
Mm-hmm.
Already.
We got one more week. One more week left in route. Okay.
Ready?
Until then.
Until we meet
No.
again.
No.
We love you and good night.